Alright, the day has finally come. What day? Oh, I'm gonna reveal to you my super secret master plan. You see, I've been working on something behind the scenes this whole time. Something I haven't even told you about. I hid it somewhere in this video, so good luck. What? Wrong swamp? No, I wasn't in the wrong swamp earlier. That wasn't... Crap, you saw that? Starting off hot on the quest grind, we just finished the Great Brain Robbery. That gives us 2 quest points and a ton of experience. I don't think directly that will give us any levels, but we do get a lamp. We'll go ahead and put that into herb lore. Nah, just playing. We're putting it into prayer. Don't be mad, don't be mad. I have a plan. I have a plan, and we're gonna execute it this episode. I promise. Just trust me. What could possibly go wrong? More quests, this time Throne of Miscellanea. Not that exciting, but it does unlock the kingdom. We're gonna go ahead and do Royal Trouble next. Spoiler alert. Well, now I kind of wish I hadn't given it away, but Royal Trouble is completed. That's also not incredibly exciting, but the kingdom's gonna be useful. 70 hit points, so, I mean, that's something. Making some more super energy potions, and we're strolling into 55 herb lore. That allows us to make super strength potions, and this is all coming together nicely. I've been farming a lot of limpwort roots and saving them up from Slayer, so I think that sounds like a good idea. Let's go ahead and make a few of those. We're approaching 56 herb lore, and there it is. I just want to say that I know sometimes it probably seems like I have no idea what I'm doing, and most of the time I would say that's accurate. But from the cave horrors, we got a ton of quorum seeds, and we got our farming up enough to be able to make those. So quorum and the limpwort are providing us with a really nice training method for herb lore. This was a lot harder than I remembered it, honestly. Desert Treasure 1 completed. That feels good to get out of the way. That's going to be huge when we start bursting Slayer tasks. And that is level 66 magic. Still doing farming runs like clockwork, or herb runs rather. That's level 65 and access to the mid-level tier of the farming guild. Love to see that. Another birdhouse run as well, and that's 61 hunter. Doesn't do anything for us, but I wanted to include that because I never thought hunter would be this easy. Birdhouses are OP, man. Out here in the wilderness snagging another hard clue casket, and we've been trying to do as many of these as we possibly can, you know, getting them from Slayer tasks or however we can really get our grubby little mitts on them. All right, let's see what we get from this thing, man. I'm excited. Holy shit. Are those tier 70 as well? The god D'hide stuff? I assume that's like my shield, right? So now we have an Armadillo D'hide shield. We have the matching vambraces, and those are ancient boots. This account being a ranged boy, I think is confirmed at the moment. That's a pretty solid range setup. We're going back to our roots and getting a bunch of quests done again today. That's a Taste of Hope, which gives us Draken's Medallion and I believe 7,500 total experience. Once again, don't get mad. I am gonna dump all this into prayer. I do have a plan. Just trust me. Next one done, that's Family Crest complete, and that gives us Steel Gauntlets. We're gonna go ahead and get the Chaos Gauntlets. I believe that's what they're called. Yep. And that's because it's the only variant that I've never owned, and I think we can get the others through some other method. I'll have to look more into that. But this will allow us to do more damage with bolt spells, so if we're, you know, feeling a little bit cheap, that'll be a nice way to train magic, I guess. Kind of addicted to farm runs, and that's level 66 farming. We are wrapping up the Legends quest here, and we're gonna collect a boatload of experience. I don't care who this hurts, this is all going into prayer. Fight me about it. That's level 56, 57, 58, skipping 59 and grabbing 60 prayer. And that's Legends quest completed. 4 quest points, 239 in total, and a metric fuck ton of prayer experience. Let's go ahead and snag that cape. It's been a long time since I've worn one of these. One of my favorite capes in the game, if I'm honest. This brings me back. Time to put this quest series to bed. That's another chapter of Recipe for Disaster in the books. Dipping my toes into Hespori, since I can do that now, and I had no idea what was going on, but I think we did it. I have no idea what to do now. I guess we harvest the plant, or... Okay, clear. Does that give us a loot? What do I have to do here? We get 12k farming XP, and a Chronos Seed. I'm not sure what that does yet, but I'd love to see that XP drop for farming. That's pretty cool. I think we can do this every day. Land of the Goblins complete. 2 more quest points, and I think that's the finale of the Goblin quest line. 57 herb lore. We can make magic essence. I don't know what that means, but we also got 57 thieving. Pretty cool. So in RuneScape 3, there's a part 3 to this quest, and it ends with this pain in the ass final battle, and I thought that's what I was getting into with part 2, so I was delightfully surprised to see that's not what I was up against. We did get a little bit of XP there. I put that into prayer. You will see. If you're doubting me right now, you will see. We're going to commit to getting 100% favor in all districts of Kourend, or whatever they're called. Maybe they're not districts, but we're working on Shazian right now, and there's just fucking lizard man everywhere. Grabbing 67 attack along the way. I will take that. Tale of the Righteous complete. 1 quest point, easy quest, and some free Shazian favor. So far, this is my least favorite thing that I have ever done. Fuck whoever decided that this was an activity to get favor. That's the Forsaken Tower complete, and that gives us some free favor in Lovakenji? I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but any bit we can do to limit the sulfur mining, then that's huge. I guess I'm just gonna fucking put worms in buckets for Piscarilius. I don't know. And that's 100% in all districts. We are gonna go ahead and dump all this into prayer. So I'm doing a Kingdom Divided, and this boss fight was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. This is the first hard quest boss I faced. I probably shouldn't have brought Bass for food. There it is, a Kingdom Divided completed. That does give us an antique lamp, and you guessed it, we're gonna put that into prayer. Another Hespori down, and this should give us, yeah, there's 67 farming. We do get another seed that I'm not sure what it does, but that actually allows us to grow Cadentine. Looking to make some more progress in the Recipe for Disaster quest line. We're trying to free the Monkey Ambassador, coming down to cook the snake. Oh, fuck me, I thought I was gonna burn it. I don't even have the cooking level for this. So we are back with some spices and some stews. So you can probably guess what we are up to. -3, just how we fucking drew it up. We'll just get 4 cooking levels. This is some bullshit. We cooked the snake to perfection, and yeah, getting the levels I think was the right choice, because once I finally boosted, you know damn right I was just gonna burn the frickin' thing. Monkey Ambassador freed, so we did a thing and now it's done. That's 66 agility. Well, it's been a long time coming, but that's Recipe for Disaster complete, and that feels great. We're gonna go ahead and use this lamp on prayer, and that's 20k XP and up to level 61. These fucking things are expensive. I had to alch a bunch of stuff, but there they are, the Barrow's gloves. Back on that farming grind, and that's level 68, and the ability to grow palm trees. Waiting on some seaweed spores, we end up with 63 crafting. We can now make green d'hide bodies if we ever choose to do so. Holy shit. Wow. Dude, we are probably twice the drop rate at this point. That's incredible. Feels good. Black Mask. That is gonna be so freaking nice for Slayer. And this task is the worst one I've ever attempted. Bronze Dragons is going just so slowly. And I know I don't have a great food setup right now, but even just my damage is terrible. So I think it's time to imbue that Black Mask. Let's go ahead and head to Nightmare Zone. Never done it before. Don't know if we can do it, but we're gonna give it the old college try. Checking in at Nightmare Zone, and it's early, but this doesn't seem like it's gonna take that long. I've looked into the points value of the bosses that I have, and I think I have it set up correctly. So outside of, you know, the prayer potions that we're gonna burn, this is definitely gonna be worthwhile. I'm familiar with the Black Mask and the Slayer helmet, so I know it's gonna be beneficial, and it's kind of a must-have item for somebody who's gonna do a lot of Slayer. All right, so we got 70 attack in the process, and let's go ahead and imbue this thing. Nice, that's the Black Mask eye. That'll be great for once we make the Slayer helm, but in the short term, it's gonna add a ton of DPS to our range and also our magic setup. This is my first time doing this in quite a long time, but that's level 69 magic. We're charging air orbs so we can make air battle staffs. We're gonna continue to alch those for money. So I can do about 30 of them every day. This still wasn't enjoyable, but I mean, I expected that. We're wrapping up the bronze dragon task, and the black mask was incredibly helpful. Next task is blood velds, and this is great XP. I can't complain about the alchables. So Konar has been a great move so far. That's level 64 defense, and that's the last melee stat we need for level 70. So once we catch that up to attack and strength, we're set up for barrows nicely. Getting to a point where the stats are satisfying to look at. Same task, new Slayer level. That's level 60, and we can now kill aberrant specters. I heard they smell like shit, but they drop a lot of seeds and herbs, so they've got my attention. 65 defense, and these fat bastards are just giving us all the levels, man. I love this task. This is great. 62 hunter, and at this point, I think we've killed more birds than we have Slayer monsters. Finally got my shit together and went back to quests. That's roving elves completed. And I know what this leads to. I gotta mentally prepare myself for 2 of my least favorite quests in RuneScape history. Morning's End Part 1 complete, and that's 40k thieving experience. That's crazy. That's got to at least be 1 level. Let's see, Temple of Light. I think in RuneScape 3 they changed the name, or maybe they expanded on the quest line. I feel like Temple of Light was its own quest. 59 thieving, that's pretty good. And that's it. So we got this fucking list of things to get, and oh shit, man, this is just so much stuff. Fuck me, I'm not looking forward to this. Morning's End Part 2 completed. And look at that agility XP, man. That's 2 quest points, the ability to never frickin' do this ever again. That's 67 agility and a scar that will never leave us. I was trying to be a smart guy and I exited that room with a dwarf to, you know, go change the direction of the light or whatever so we don't get locked out of here. I had to frickin' Google it, man. I had to go all the way through the underground pass and then back into that room through a crack in the wall. So if you get stuck that same way, all you have to do is go to that encampment in the bottom of the underground pass where the dwarfs are, and the crack in the wall leads right to that dwarf. So yeah, if you lock yourself out, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's a little bit hard to explain with just words. I didn't record any of it, unfortunately. 69 farming, and with that we can now get quadruple maple roots, which I guess is fucking useful to somebody. Money, 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 money. Lunar Diplomacy completed. That's 2 more quest points, another quest down, and 45 runecraft. What Lies Below completed. That's a walking simulator done. 46 runecraft. King's Ransom completed. Only 1 quest point, but we at least get 66 defense out of that. And an XP lamp. You know damn right I'm putting that thing into prayer. Nightwave's Training Grounds complete. That's 20k combat XP in each style as well as hit points, and also the ability to use Chivalry and Piety. That's pretty big for combat. Alright, fuck me, let's do some Winter Tot. What the hell is this place? Why did you guys want me to come here? And why on earth do people spend so much time here at the start of the account? Holy shit. I'm losing brain cells. I get that the rewards are supposed to be helpful, and they probably are. I haven't opened any of the crates yet, but I cannot imagine sitting here for, what, a week when you first start an account? Is that what people do? They just get 99 fire making here and then the game begins? Thank fuck that's over. This is the last batch of crates. I could see how getting 99 here straight off the bat would be super useful, but that's just not for me, man. I could not handle it. I featured the appropriate bits of the chat, you know, just the severe idiocy, but some of it was super offensive. I felt bad about robbing you of all of the fire making level content, so here you go. This one's for the homies. That's level 70 fire making. 70 farming, and that's a big number. Congratulations, son! Wow, thanks, Mom. 67 defense at a Greater Demon's Task, and we are just closing that gap to 70. Bloodvelds again, this time the mutated variety, and that's level 70 defense. That feels great. We can now wear Barrow's armor, and we're one step closer to getting there. Numbers going up again, this time it's 62 Slayer. Yeah, it looks like we can now kill worms. Trying to get out of dodge here with a clue casket. Looks like we're in the clear. We're gonna pull the lever and head back to Ardougne. I know it's pronounced Ardougne. I've heard that before, but to me, it's always gonna be Ardougne. Gonna have to deal with it. So here we go. Let's open up this thing, see what we've got. That's pretty nice. Rune Heraldic Helm, we can use that for some clue steps. Looks like a Saradomin Krazier. And we've also got some Law Runes. So, I mean, hey, I will take that all day. Onto a Turoth's task, we're gonna go ahead and pick up 71 ranged. We need a woodcut level for a quest requirement, and I'm also sick of making spicy stews to boost our crafting level to make the battle staffs. So this seemed like a little bit of a 2-for-1 action. Not gonna lie, I thought you would get these caps way more frequently, but it's a good thing we're close to that crafting level we need anyway. Got a clue scroll while we were hunting that cap. Let's see what's inside. They are just spoon feeding us ranged gear. Ancient Coif, that's incredible. All right, another casket. And we can alch the rune plate body, and that is a new page. I think I have one of each now. Or sorry, one page for each book. More super energy pots, more herb levels. That's level 58, and we will look into the herb sack, but the hunting mix can go fuck itself. Level 71 strength, and we're back on the ensouled heads grind. We've got a ton saved up from cave horrors, fire giants, all that good stuff. We're beginning to initiate the master plan, and you guys will see very soon why I've been so meticulous about prayer experience. Level 64 prayer. We got Dagonoths as a Slayer task, so this is a good opportunity for some bones, and we're picking up a warrior ring here. That's Rex kill count number 28, and a great start to this Slayer task. A Berserker ring on kill count 54. Man, I'm super pumped. After spending so long at the cave horrors, I was not sure what to expect. It really kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to get one so early, so that's awesome. Pushing towards another imbue, we pick up 72 strength along the way. Nightmare Zone's not incredibly entertaining, but I don't mind doing this as of right now. Let's go ahead and imbue this bad Larry, and here we go. Berserker Ring Eye. Love to see it. That's level 50 construction, and that actually is a big deal. If you don't know yet, you will know soon. That's 72 magic. We're still at Dagonoth Rex, and the end is not quite in sight. This is taking forever, but I think it's worth it. 73 magic, and we are 24 Rex kills away from initiating phase 2 of the master plan. A dragon axe. Let's just get all the Rex uniques in one trip. That's Rex kill number 150, and a very useful item. Glad to add that to the bank. That's the final Rex kill and task complete. That's 40 Slayer tasks in a row done, and almost 200 points. I ran into this guy, Big Tuna, and I was just joking. You know, it's like a American version of the Office reference. But I offered to drop him some tuna, and I realized he actually was low HP. So he's offered to trade me some runes. I thought this was a funny interaction. Good luck to you, Big Tuna. I know I say this all the time, but I absolutely live for the random interactions with total strangers. First time ever fighting worms, we pick up 73 ranged, and these things look scary as fuck, but they're really not that bad. Farming level 73, and hopefully that does something for us. Yeah, we can now grow Lantodime. That's Grim Tales complete, 1 quest point, 262 quest points in total, and a decent batch of XP here. Let's see where we end up. Looks like 59 herb lore and 60 thieving. All right, you ready for the big reveal? I've been stacking up bones. Even outside of Slayer tasks, I've been doing blue dragons on the side, and we snagged a few more. Master plan, commence. Master plan completed. I will see you guys at the Barrows. Man, if only there was an easy way to subscribe for notifications to find out when Season 2 is going to start. That'd be pretty cool. Also, if there was some kind of a button that I could press to let them know that I liked the video, I mean, I'd press the shit out of that thing.